say, what? Toronto superfan Drake celebrated the Raptors' first ever NBA title at Jurassic Park last night. And after the historic win, Drake did not hold back. Say, what?
Poetic, you just gotta watch it happen. The 6 and 6, Kyle Lowry with the ring, Kawhi Leonard bringing a chip to the city. I want my chips with the dip, that's all I know. I don't want my chips plain, I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips. That dynasty's over. We did what we had to do. Praying for KD, praying for Big Papi, but tonight belongs to Toronto. It doesn't mean, it's not about what it means. You know what it means. You can turn your cameras up to the screen and know what it means. We did this. We did this off of heart. We did this off of love. We willed this into existence. We manifested this. I told you the first time. People like to make memes. Make another meme out of this. It's beautiful. Look at my brothers up there celebrating it. It is what it is. You see what my hat says. Not finals, not Eastern Conference, not nice try, or see you next year. Champions. Let's go.
There's a lot. There's a lot to unpack there.
Hey, man, he's been riding with them.
That's his team. Been riding with them.
That's funny. The picture behind Chris right now is great. That is Michael Jordan holding the trophy, but Drake. That's great. Listen, there's 37 million people in Canada. I am thrilled for 36,999,000.
We got
everyone but him.
Yeah,
but,
looking forward to seeing Drake in the parade. Maybe a song, a little tribute to him and everything. Let's do it. I'm here for it, Drake.
Drake for real held a post-game press conference for a game he didn't play in when he was in a different country.
Yeah, but I'm the ambassador for the team, man. Don't be jealous, Nick.
Okay.
Hey, bro.
Congratulations, Drake.
Congratulations, Toronto.
I was making a whole list.
Canada.
And Canada was going to be the third. Back to Kawhi Leonard now, who took home his... Congratulations, Kawhi. Took home his second Finals MVP trophy less than a year.
Number 2.
After being traded away from the Spurs after a long journey, which included doubt by some, questions of commitment by others, and some head-scratching all around, Kawhi will wake up this morning as the best player on the best team in the NBA. Here's Kawhi waxing poetic on this past year.
A lot of people were doubting me. Thought I was either faking an injury or didn't want to play for a team. And that was disappointing to me that was out in the media, because I love the game of basketball. Like I always say, if we're not playing this game, if we're hurt, I mean, you're down. So me just, going through that, and I just knew that I have to make myself happy and no one else, and I have to trust myself, and it doesn't matter what anybody has to say about me. I know who I am as a person. I know how I feel, and always just trust yourself. And that was my goal and my focus. That's how I just keep growing up as a man, and that's why I say I just think about my past life and try to learn from situations and be wise and learn from others.
Look, if you're the Raptors organization, this worked out as well as it could possibly have worked out. But see, did Kawhi now prove his doubters wrong last night?
Well, this is the thing. The people who doubted Kawhi, I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt. They didn't know him. So they'll have an opportunity to reset. Or they can just continue on the idiotic narrative that they've created based on all the false information that's out there about Kawhi. Because after watching Kawhi Leonard, forget the regular season where they took care of him, but in the postseason, if you watch him, and did you not see a player that if he could have played with San Antonio, would have played? So for me, the things that Kawhi proved to others, because I've been knowing Kawhi since he left San Diego. My agent helped recruit him. The guy that represents Kawhi happens to be my agent for 16 years in the NFL. So I know who he is. So for me, it was easier to understand how he could be misunderstood. He's not like the other superstar players, but that don't mean he don't work as hard. That don't mean he don't want the same things they want. And it doesn't mean that if you say negative things about him, it might not affect him or hurt his feelings like the other great players we've seen. And he internalized it. He realized that I am hurt. There's a lot of people out there saying things, but I'm going to prove it on the basketball court. And Toronto Raptors took a chance on Kawhi Leonard. There's a reason why he went to San Diego State. Why would a player like him? How did he get there into the NBA? He was high school basketball player of the year in California. San Diego State recruited him as a sophomore, and after he was MVP of the state tournament, then all these big schools started to recruit him. He said, no, this is the team that believed in me. They put faith in me, and I'm going to go to school there, and he's developed since then. I got a lot of respect for Kawhi because I really know who he is. He stays true to himself. He has not changed, even though this situation with Coach Popovich. Last year, Pop was like, I love you, Kawhi. I love you. You've told us to trade you. I'm going to try to trade you. I got no problem with you, but you need to know this. I'm going to trade and do what's best for San Antonio, even though I want you to be successful.
I mean, he said it right there. They thought I was faking an injury. It's the biggest indictment you can make of a pro athlete. And for a guy like Kawhi Leonard, who unlike almost all the other superstars we've had in this league, had never really been criticized for anything. He played for a team we don't talk much about. He's incredibly quiet. We knew nothing about him. All we knew was he went about his business, was a great defensive player, was developing into a great offensive player. And the entire sports media, to a degree, flipped on him pretty quick. I wasn't as hard on him as others, but I was hard on him last year because I had 20 years of believing the Spurs. If I'm being honest, I remember arguing with you about it.
I told you.
And I had Tony Parker, who had to me built a good reputation in this league, coming out, and I'm like, man, if you even have teammates coming out and questioning you. I learned a little bit, not only from that, but from this year. It wasn't anyone's name on it, but Kevin Durant had teammates coming out and questioning him. How hard is he really? And he let that noise get to him. Well, I don't know if that happened, if he let the noise get to him, but ostensibly something forced him onto the court. Now he popped his Achilles. Quite in sports, one of the cool things about sports, one of the clean things about sports are there winners and losers. Kawhi Leonard is the winner of this. Kawhi Leonard gets to have won the entire situation. He trusted his body. He did not get peer pressured or browbeaten into putting himself out there in a compromised state. He is now going to hit true free agency, get to play wherever he wants, and do it holding the title of reigning Finals MVP and two-time NBA champion.
Where do you think Kawhi ends up next season? Let's see. Because we have so
I
much
believe
time
number
left.
2. He gets his second MVP, joined the class 1 of 3. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did it with the Milwaukee Bucks, did it with the Lakers. LeBron did it with Cleveland, also did it with the Miami Heat. He has the opportunity. I believe he goes back to Los Angeles, true to his roots, Southern California, born in Compton. I believe he's with the Clippers next year.
So you think he and LeBron next year will have a chance, either one of them, to become the first player ever with 3 Finals MVPs for 3 different teams?
Yep, it's going to be a race. Who's the first to number 3?
We got to go early. That's it for us. We're back.